corporations and those outfits, they have money to give us. All we have to do is just collect some of the things that we're throwing in our trash can, follow a few little rules, mail it to them, and they send us a check. The little box tops that you see on like cereal boxes and stuff like that, they're worth a dime. Every one is worth a dime. We collected enough box tops last year to earn over $2,000 for our school. That's a lot of box tops. The soup labels, you know, when I was growing up, it was just Campbell's soup labels. Now it's called Labels for Education. They're on all kinds of products. We get points for those, but then you can go on and you can redeem the points for all kinds of things for our school. We can get playground equipment, we can get school supplies. We kind of laugh because you can actually get a van. If you have like a million, I don't know how many points, but you can get a van, an actual drive it down the road van, which I thought, did anybody ever actually have that many? Tyson labels, they're worth 27 cents a piece. I mean, that's a pretty good chunk. So, you know, if you buy any Tyson stuff, you know, rip the label off the top, you'll see a little ABC on it. Capri Sun pouches. They actually recycle them and make things out of them like purses or notebooks. We actually can get some money for our school. We had 2 of our 5th graders 2 years ago that did a leadership project, and they collected the pouches, and they were responsible for getting them all packaged up and getting them mailed in, and I think they made maybe $100. You know, it wasn't a whole lot, but they turned around and bought little benches, little wooden benches for our kids at our school, which I thought was a wonderful opportunity for them to learn, you know, work ethic, you know, seeing what you get for your hard work, and then giving back. You know, it's not just all about what can I do, what can I do, what can I do. See, what else do we do? Well, we haven't done aluminum cans, but you know, a lot of people do that. And I mean, a lot of people supplement their own income with the aluminum cans. So you can keep your cans, but I want your box tops. Now, this is one of those places too. A lot of people will say, well, I don't have kids in school anymore. You know, they're a grandma or they're an aunt, or they didn't have kids. You know, they just got whatever. These are things that you could collect and just donate them to the closest school. If you want to donate them to Johnson, we'll be happy to take them. And you know, this is an opportunity I hadn't anticipated. So if I just off the top of my head, if I end up with a bunch of like donations, I would share it. I would just share it with the other schools in the county. You know, it's that important because it just helps to supply extra money to our school, because everything's getting cut. You know, economy's bad, the budgets are being cut, our teachers are working. They're having to cut some of the para-educators that used to fill in the spots. So if we can get parents that come in, or ways that we can help the teachers along during the day, that's what I try to do.
Very, very good. Which brings me to my next question. What are more ways that we as the community can get involved with these students and to do more? Well, what we need to do is call you and talk to you. And your contact number is 878-0372. Once again, PJ Bowman, 878-0372. She's doing a phenomenal job with these young kids. And you know, we was talking a while ago, school and life in general has changed so much in the past few years. There's new challenges for these kids. There's new things to face. Tell me about some of the maybe struggles that you've seen come up in these students' lives.
I think this might be a good opportunity to mention the new reading program that they're using in the school system. Last year was the first year for it. It's a great program. It's really intense. Our K through 3 kids, when they hit the door first thing in the morning, the first 2 hours, they're in reading, and they hit them hard. Our district had the the fortune to get a large grant of money from the Elgin Corporation, and they are using their process, which is called SRA Imagine It. And it kind of breaks the kids down into smaller groups. It's very intense. If they need help in a certain area, they get those kids together. So they're using anybody in the building, including the paraeducators, a gym teacher, a music teacher, a librarian, or media specialist, that's what they're called now, because I have to give Miss Beth her due. But everybody will have a small group to work with. Now, the goal is to have every kid reading at the 3rd grade level by 3rd grade, which is a kind of a tough thing. You think most people who have their kids at home, you sit down when you bring them home from the hospital, you open a little book, everybody looks at the fuzzy rabbit and how cute and the colors. But there are a lot of kids that don't have the first book in their house. They don't have any books in their house. So when they hit the door for kindergarten, they're not at kindergarten level. They've not had that opportunity to learn their colors or to, just learn how to write their name or recognize their name. One of the ways that we can really help is to help to get our kids at